Alright, welcome back to RuneScape. Oh, apparently the Majorata are back. I don't know who they are, but good for them. Good for them. Very good for them. Right then, let's get back to murdering monks. We're going to murder some religious people. This is a normal thing to do. Yeah. Right. Open up the skill thing. There we go. Oh. Right, and this is what we're going to be doing for the next hour. Let's see how many levels we can gain. Probably 6. Something like that. Every level is one step closer to being able to do Dragon Slayer. Oh, there we go. And he's dead. Stibby stabby. Yeah, we're about to level up strength. Not far off defense either. So that's good. Oh, come on. There we go. And by the way, I mentioned before that I'm thinking of doing a comic, haven't I? But I have no artistic talent, so I need someone else to draw it for me. I'm thinking I might get someone to, I might pony up the cash to get someone to do concept art. And then once I've got a bunch of concept art, maybe I might do a bit of crowdfunding for the introductory bits. And then if people like that, obviously, they can pay for it to be continued. Sort of like a Kickstarter thing, just get a few pages out. Or like the first couple of bits. That's the current semi-sort of plan. Maybe. Depending on how expensive it is to get concept art done. Hey, strength has got up. Good, good, good. Stevie Stabby, go on. I should probably actually start. I'll do it after it's over. It shouldn't take too long to download. It's an relatively old game. I'm thinking of preparing for the stream tomorrow since clearly I've got nothing to stream. On account of the fact that the game I was going to play today didn't work, and I had to go to the bloody online one, which I evidently wasn't prepared to actually play, since I had to fix it. I had to do a hotfix at the beginning of the stream. Yeah, Battle Realms. Battle Realms you cannot play if you have more than one monitor. It just will not work. And just unplugging a monitor does not fix the issue, unfortunately. So, you know, apparently because the monitor is still registered on the computer as being something that it should be looking for as a second monitor, then the game won't run. It's really bizarre. The computer is forever tainted by every monitor it's had a connection to. Apparently that's not incorrect. Apparently, yeah. Apparently that's correct. It's... Battle Realms only wants to be with virgins. Battle Realms does not want use guts. Battle Realms is very fucking finicky. But yeah, I think I'm going to have to make a note of that. And when I finally one day get my new computer, Battle Realms will have to be the first game that we play, and I'll have to monitor Twitch from a different device. Like, I'll have to check the chat on a different device. Which is bullshit. Like, you can even open it windowed. It's not necessary. You don't have to have it full screen. You can boot it in windowed mode. But it still will not open because you have more than one monitor. I don't know. I don't get it. Very fucking finicky. If this ever does become like a career for me, I'll have to make like a concerted effort to find like devs, like part-time, like people who develop or mod games as like a hobby. I just sort of find them and sort of like pay them to fix old games so that they run on modern systems. Because otherwise, I'm never going to be able to complete my mission, my eternal mission. I wonder if it actually works in a virtual machine. Like, I've just split. I've found a new train of thought to go down. I wonder if it would work on a virtual machine. Does the virtual machine operate within like a window? Where the window is the screen for the virtual machine? Because that might work. That is a possibility. There are ways and means, but that's going to be for future Scott to deal with because we're not doing it anytime soon. I'm not faffing about with all that stuff on the computer that I've currently got because I don't believe it'll work. I love my computer, okay? It's seen me through some tough times. It's been there for me for years and years now. I helped build it. I don't understand any part of building it, but I did help put it together. But I don't trust it. I don't trust it to be competent with some of the harder stuff, okay? It's poor and it's old. Bless it. Oh. With its fucking blue light. I'm sorry, like, I don't know what general opinions are, but personally, I do not like computers that have got fucking lights. Like, okay, have a light for the power switch, that's fine. That makes sense to me. So you don't accidentally push it in the dark when it's on, so you don't fucking turn it off. Good. Flashing fucking neon, like fucking LED lights out the side of the fucking thing? No, please, for the love of God, no. Because at my previous place, I just had like a desk. I didn't have like an under desk, I just had the desk. So the tower was up near the monitor. So whenever I was on the fucking computer, I just had these flashing fucking lights in my eyes. And it pissed me off. I just sort of like put like stuff around it. Because obviously I could just drape something over the top of it because it just built up heat, so I had to like put stuff around it. But then there's a fucking light on the top that just flashes blue light onto the ceiling, so I had to like take a penny and just put the penny over the light. It was so fucking stupid. Now it goes underneath there, and I can just, if I get too annoyed, I can just pull out my keyboard tray and ignore it. But it was extremely annoying. Like when we got it, the guy who bought the parts for me, because he knew what he was doing, MacGyver, yeah. the guy who bought the parts for me was like, "Oh, we've got this. It's got these LED lights in it. Isn't it cool?" And I stood there, went, "Can you turn them off?" And he was like, "No." I was like, "Oh." And we sort of spent like the next like parts of putting it together just in silence because he knew I wasn't happy. It's like, I just thought like, you did not ask me about this. You decided that I wanted flashing lights. Why? So I like the lights. I was like, well, good for you. Like I paid, like he bought them, but I paid for it. Obviously, he was just helping me put it together. I was like, why have you done this to me? Oh well. He's got it. It's got his flaws. But that's okay. I love it, warts and all. I am actively looking to get rid of it though. Well, not get rid of it. I won't get rid of it. I'd probably have it as like a... Probably just like my regular computer. Like I'd probably have this computer now for regular stuff, and then I'd just get a new computer which is purely gaming for the stream stuff. That's probably what I'd do. Because I mean, it's not like I'm going to play... I'm probably not going to play any games in my regular time anymore. I've not played a single game off stream since starting this streaming business. I've just not. Because whenever I'm playing, I was like, I could be playing games right now. And if I'm playing games, I could be streaming it. So I just don't play video games by myself anymore. Which is fine. I've not really played anything that people could... Well, I mean, there's been some games where people could spoil stuff for me. But nobody has them. 2-in-1 deal. Yeah. I mean, the plan is to stream every game regardless. Well, that I could get away with at least. You could spoil RuneScape for you, could you? How would you do that? How would you spoil RuneScape? You can tell me the plot. Oh, fuck. Quick, get rid of her bones. Nah, there we go. Neve dies in Monkey Madness 2. Okay. I don't know. Well, that is. Actually, I think I know what Monkey Madness is. I mean, it's tough to spoil games that the people who played are like senile. It's only the 1980s. It's like, well, at the moment, to be fair, some of the games I played are from the 1970s, but they weren't really story-based. That are too busy to watch streaming. Alright, let's bury some bones. Let's bury the bone over and over again. Boop. 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 God, it's so slow. But yeah, we will eventually start to get into plot-heavy games, which will make me happy. I do like a bit of plot. To be fair, I'll play just about anything, as evinced by this fucking stream. Fallout's a good story. I know, unfortunately though, I've already been spoiled for Fallout. I know the plot of all the Fallout games, except for those side ones, the Brotherhood of Steel ones. But I don't feel like there's going to be anything particularly interesting, particularly groundbreaking in it. It's weird how some people are like, ain't it weird to watch people play games when, like, ain't it the same watching sports? To be fair, I don't watch people play sports. Like, people are like, do you want to watch the football? I'm just sat there like, no. Do you know the main story of Fallout 1 or 2? One is the Master, isn't it? And 2 is the Enclave. Or is it the other way around? I know one of them is you've got to go out and find a water purifier. You've probably got an idea. It was one, or is that 3? Water purifier. One of them you got to go find a gecko. A gek? Is it a gek? Gecko? Yeah. Well, I know like the ending of the Master one because people keep going. Wasn't that 3? I think 3 is the water purifier one. Yeah. I think in both. I think for 1, is it 1? Something is broken. You got to go find a replacement for it, and in 2 you got to go find a gek. Is it a Gek? Or is it an Eden? Whatever. It has been a while, to be fair, but I do know, like, the part with the Master. There'll be a lot of side stuff that I can check. So that I won't be spoiled on. But, like, the main plots of them, I know roughly what happens. 1, 2, and 3 early to midpoint in the story revolve around finding a Gek. Alright, okay. They got Liam Neeson only to disappear all game. But that's how you do it. Because here's the thing. Liam Neeson's expensive. So you have him in the beginning, and then you get rid of him. That's how you got to do it. It's the same with Oblivion. With what's his face? Jean-Luc Picard. Liam Neeson is my dad. Liam Neeson is all of our dads. He's every Fallout player's dad. Everyone who's played Fallout 3. A lot of people haven't played Fallout 3. To be fair, like me, I've only played like 10 minutes of Fallout 3. The only Fallout game that I've played to completion is Fallout New Vegas. And from what I've seen on the internet, I feel like I've, of the Bethesda ones at least, I played the best one. They're basically two different sets of games, aren't they? Like 1 and 2, and then the rest of them, and then the Bethesda ones. They're basically two different types of game. I've not played any of the original Fallouts, but I've played 4, but I never finished it because I just didn't give a shit. I just stopped. People like Fallout New Vegas because it's got similar storytelling as Fallout 1 and 2, but has better gameplay. It's got different gameplay. It's got more accessible gameplay to the average gamer. It's also got a lot of fucking jank in it. Fallout 1 and 2 gameplay is fine in my eyes, yeah. It's just a different type of gameplay. They're literally not the same type of game. Remember the ending was, oh, if you activate you'll die of radiation, but they introduce a supermoon compared to its all's good, and the supermoon says, no, it's your destiny, I won't stop you. I've seen that, I have seen that. You can send like other people into it, it's like, yeah, you go fucking kill yourself, I'm not doing this shit. But not the fucking super mutant. But it's because the Fallout games, they all end, don't they? They come to a hard stop. I don't know if Fallout 4 does actually, but I know the other, like 3 and... Does 1 and 2 do it too? Anyway, no, 3 and New Vegas both come to a hard stop once you finish the main quest line. 4 doesn't. No, I don't think 4 would. 4's more like Skyrim. Bethesda will make everything. Everything Bethesda will ever make from this point forward is just going to be Skyrim. With a twist. Half of the time, they just make Skyrim again. For it's basically, well, we blew up the institutes and now we've got to rebuild the Commonwealth. Yeah. By the way, there's a settlement that needs your help. For it's just all sides, love you till you really pick one. Yeah. You know, for the rebuilding thing, I wouldn't actually mind that if it wasn't, like, Radiant quests, where everything just resets anyway. Like, if it was something where you genuinely actually fixed the places that you went to. Like, say there was a bandit camp or something, and you went and cleared out the bandit camp, and then you could take it over, and you could populate it with, like, people, and that would then provide you with a benefit. That would be really cool. I'd really enjoy that, and I would have completed Fallout 4 if that was the case, but it isn't. It's just shit instead. Actually, can you be hated by the Minutemen? I don't even think you can you? It's kind of the case of survival mode, is it? Does it just repopulate after a while? In survival mode, the beds are very important and just having a safe area. Yeah, but I mean like genuine civilization rebuilding kind of stuff. That I do like the concept of that. Like I did come up with the concept of a game with literally that purpose in mind, specifically just that. I think I talked about it before. Another settlement that needs our help, yeah. And it was basically like an autist's wet dream, because it's literally you just do the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again, and it builds. It gradually builds and gets more complex. Not even more complex, to be honest. It just gets more. Surviving Mars. Oh my god! Right, you remember Tsar? You remember Tsar, the Burden of the Crown? Basically, build a Mars colony simulator. I have played that game a little bit. We'll have to play that on stream at some point. I played that like a year ago. I don't think I played it with the Terraforming Mars update though, so we'll have to play that at some point. Sounds cool. The problem is there's just the time invested for it. That is also a big problem. If you're someone like me, who will happily just do the same thing over again forever, then that's fine. But yeah, you know Tsar, the Burden of the Crown? That game we played. What do you have to say? Remember Tsar, the Burden of the Crown? The one with the funny faces. Yes, I remember. That's made by the same company that made Surviving Mars. I am not joking. Look it up. Paradox made it, right? I don't know. If it's an online game, good luck stopping the trolls, but it don't. No. What I mean, Paradox was published. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was the developers. Because I had to look it up, obviously, because what I do is I play a game and then I go through the developer and the publisher and I take all the games that they've ever made or published and then stick it in the list. And I remember seeing the list of, like, I think it was the developer, and both the games are on there, and I was like, holy shit. But yeah, no, the game idea I had would be more of, like, a set map. It was basically a city after a zombie apocalypse, so it's full of zombies, and you could clear it out. Like, there was actually a limited number of zombies. So you could actually, like, if you walled it off, you could clear it out feasibly. And then you had to take it back, like, building by building. Like, clear it out manually, each one. And you could make your own base. But you wouldn't have, like, electricity until you took over, like, Project Zomboid. Basically, yes. Except, like... Paradox Zombie Colony thing, does it? I think. Did it? I don't know. My thinking was basically have it be, because obviously it'd be a fucking huge game. Because I'd like, the idea would be that it's actually like probably not actually to size, but like as big as an actual city, if possible. I get a lot of Paradox because I'm a fucking nerd. But yeah, no, like have it be about as close as possible to the size of an actual city. And then you could, I was thinking we could just outsource the generation of the inside of the buildings. Just like say, here's the model for the building, the general building model, and then just put it online and say, make your own fucking house, and then just put them all in. But yeah, the plan would be to have it basically be source level graphics, so you know, not too intensive, because otherwise, if you try to make it with like modern graphics, you'd never fucking get it done. Outsourcing game development. Not game development per se, but like level generation. That's interesting. So like you'd build like a house level. Sort of like they call them scenes, don't they? You'd have like crowdsourcing it. You'd see the scenes. You'd post the scene, and there'd be a fuck ton of assets for indoor housing, and then you could go online, build one, and then submit it. So you could like build like your own house, essentially. And then have it be submitted, and then it would be reviewed, and if it was okay, then it could be put through into the game. And obviously there'd be a limited number of them, so you'd basically be competing to see if your version gets into the game, and then there could just be a big list in the credits. Just a tremendous fucking list of people. Because it'd all be like apartment rooms and like fucking... Because also the plan would be to have every single building be accessible, so you could go into it, because obviously you have to go into it to check and see if there's any zombies in there. So it'd be a massive fucking undertaking. Crowdsourcing is better than crowdfunding. It depends, I think, on what you're doing, but if you can, then yeah. Because if you can get people invested in it, then having a million people all doing the same thing is generally better than having a million people pay one person to do one thing forever. Have you seen the new updates on White House? I have not, no. But no, the idea would be for it to be a first person kind of thing. Yeah, and then there'd be like an AI system. But you know, have you ever seen like it says another thing as well, which would put like this is basically a game that I would make if I was a millionaire and I had a million people working under me. Do you know the game? What was it called? Infra. It's about a guy who goes around. It's about an infrastructure, like a government infrastructure guy who goes around to buildings and like takes pictures of issues and like to send a report back to like the government or whatever. Have you heard of this game? I have played this game. I've not played it on stream. This was before I started streaming. But I have played this game. And in that game, he goes through like a bunch of different like energy type things and also like infrastructure buildings, like a power station. And the power station is down and he puts it back on. Like you don't even have to do it. It's sort of like a side thing that you can do while you're there. And you can restart the power station essentially. So that would also be incorporated into it, where if you wanted to, you could read up how this piece of infrastructure works, like a power station or like water filtration devices, like mass water filtration for like a city. You could read upon it, like there'd be sources within the game where you could read upon it and you could try to fix it yourself. You see, this is what like feature creep does not begin to describe it. Like Star Citizen will come out before this fucking game ever would. It'd have to be done in like bits. Like you'd have to just do the map, and then add with the map with the zombies in it, and that'd have to be one thing, and then you'd have to do another bit. It'd be ridiculously huge. You should play My Summer Car. That is on the list. That is on the list. Runs like trash. Oh. It's got a surprising amount of depth into it though, hasn't it? Because I mean, I saw, was it Martin? Made it look like average, but it's kind of hard to run. Oh dear. Oh, okay. Oh, is it one of those games where it's got a lot of area and it looks like shit, but it's running all of the area at once? It was on Unity though, so that's what says it. Okay, all right. Yeah, I have a bunch of different game concepts, but they all end up being too big. Like, that's a big problem with me. Alchemist Merlin. It has a lot going on, and it's asking Unity to do more than Unity wants to do. Let's say I can run it just fine. Oh, good for you, Cubic. I don't think I'll be able to run it. If it runs like garbage, I'm probably not going to be able to run it. I'm going to be honest. Maybe when I've got a new computer. But no, yeah, I have a bunch of ideas for games, but they all end up too big. It's like whenever I try to write anything, it ends up being like this fucking tremendous piece of work. And I don't mean that in the sense that it's good. I mean that in the sense that it's just fucking huge. I like it when things go on. I don't want it to end. Oh dear. Like, I had an idea for a fucking RPG Maker game that had like new content when you get into like New Game Plus 5. And it was basically fantasy Pokemon. Oh dear. You know what I want? I want a game where your job is to like destroy a group of enemies. Like, so you've got a hierarchy of enemies, and your job is to defeat either the whole group or just someone in it, deeply embedded it. But when you kill someone or when you do something to them, it actually affects how they act in the game. So, like, say if you're trying to get rid of, if you're attacking a base, then something you would be able to do is wait and then destroy supplies before they get to the base, and that would actually affect what happens within the base. That's what I want. That's the kind of autism that I want in video games. Metal Gear Solid. Oh wait. But once a year I get the itch to make a game, download and set up a dev environment, spend a month obsessed with it, and delete everything out of frustration. You see, I just have no skill whatsoever, and I've got no time to learn. I get to do one thing outside of regular work, and I choose this. This is what I've chosen to do. And Metal Gear Solid. I want it to be like more in depth than Metal Gear Solid. Like, not a situation where you actually, like, you destroy food supplies and throw root food and sort of they throw up. Yeah, but I mean like on a whole scale, on like the scale of the whole thing. So like if you were fighting, like, what was it? Was it one of the Ghost Recon games? Was it Ghost Recon? Came out where they said that they could probably do that, where, but essentially it was just, oh, if you can do this area first, or this area first, and this area first, it doesn't matter which one you do. But like if you're doing like a fight within like an entire country or a nation or something, then if a group, like if a place was actually using supplies, then you could stop the thing that was creating those supplies, and that place would run out of those supplies. Like something on that grounds. So if you're like, if say you were destroying my yearly 1 week Minecraft addiction, basically. But yeah, like say if you were destroying their buildings, no, not destroying their buildings, but like damaging their buildings so that you could shoot into their place, and they were repairing it with like metal that they were getting from a nearby mine. If you then went and like killed all the miners, or like took over the mine and prevented them from getting it, then they would no longer be able to rebuild. Like stuff on that level, like little things like that, but on like a big scale. Or not even just a big scale, just like a scale. So the scale of Just Cause with the depth of past Metal Gear Solid. Not even necessarily that big, to be fair. I want a game where the aspects of the game are genuinely interconnected. Not faux interconnected. Where it's just like, oh, check if this, then run, have them dress like this instead. I mean, like, genuinely, your actions can affect things. So it'd have to be like, it'd have to have like a continuously running calculation in the background as to what resources are available where. So I understand that it's bullshit, and it probably won't ever happen, or at least anytime soon, because it would also require a fuck ton of balancing, and also people to actually look at it, and like, fucking do it all. But that's what I want. When Ultimate Online first came out, the environment had like real interactions, predators would eat herbivores, etc. They introduced players and the virtual economy collapsed. Yeah. You see, that's the problem. That's why. That's another thing too, because people would only make something like that if it was like gonna make a lot of money over a long period of time. It's not really something that anyone would make for like a single player experience. But I just want it to be a single. I want to experience. I don't give a shit if other people want to play it. I want to play it. I want to play it by myself. Yeah, that'd be the dream. If I ever end up rich and famous, I'll start my own fucking video game company, and we'll start out small. We'll build up to it. We'll build all the separate facets in different games, and then we'll bring them all together for one big experience, where they're all made somewhere else. Actually, what Kojima wanted for MGS4? He wanted stuff like seasons and a simulated ecosystem. Yeah, he did, but that was that. Oh, hello. Oh, hang on. Oh, I'll go talk to Freaky Forrester. Yes. Hang on. Fuck. Let me kill this guy first. Needs a NASA secret computer just so it remembers the random sticky threw away 2 months and 3 seconds ago. No, don't need to be that bad. PS3 was shit. Oh. Can you kill a four-tailed pheasant? Okay. Makes a VR game just emulate real life. Basically. No, I wouldn't even want it to be. It wouldn't need to remember everything you drop down somewhere because you could just say, "Oh, someone took it. Fuck you." Like, there's no need for that. It's just stuff like troop numbers and stuff like that. Like, if there's a certain number of troops in an area, and you kill one of those troops, and then you leave and you come back, and that area hasn't been resupplied, then I'd want there to be that troop not there. If you get me. Make a VR game to simulate all the bitches who don't get. Oh dear. I mean, have you seen the Steam games on offer? There's literally like fucking girlfriend simulator and shit. Oh my god. It's so cringe. It's so cringe. Oh, I got some fucking lederhosen, thank you. Is that you do the fucking girlfriend simulator, and the first thing everyone does, universally, is they get down on their hands and knees and they try to look at the skirt, because why would you do anything else? Like, you know why we're here. We all know why we're here. It's so dumb. It's only cringe if you have an actual girlfriend. Oh, and then there's those guys that made the fucking... Oh my god, they made the fucking... What was it? What are they called? Fleshlight. The electronic electronic fleshlight that hooks up to the fucking... to a fucking sex simulator. With those fucking tactile gloves. So you can VR sex. You can have VR sex with your VR waifu. Oh dear. Have you ever heard that thing where it's like people online are saying that like the future is now, old man? No, no, no. Have you seen the thing online where people are saying like women think that they're so special, they don't realise that they're being replaced? And you've got the VR waifus with the headsets and the tactile such, so you don't have to touch them. We've got AI that can hold a genuine conversation with you. Well, you believe it's genuine, and you've also got we now have. Okay, there are plans in place to build birthing pods, so you can create babies without the use of a woman. These are things that are under construction. Well, not under construction yet, but they're being presented as things that are possible. As in, give me your money and we will make it for you. Levels are possible. Like pitches to governments and stuff like that. That is happening right now. Give it a couple more decades, and there will be no more women. They won't be necessary. And then you get those fucking 4chan people who are like, we don't need women. We're just going to take men. We're going to take young men and turn them into femboys. Anime has come to replace women. Actually. Like, actually. It's like... It's so incredibly sad that all you can do is laugh. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, enjoy your time in the sun, feminism. Soon you shall be truly equal to men, by which I mean expendable. It's genuinely horrifying. That's just the way it's going. I like it all on the guy's side. It's birthing pods, and the girls got like split DNA, so they don't need the men's sperm for babies. Yeah, but the women will just be miserable because the guys will be able to trick themselves into thinking that it's all real. So they'll go to work so that they can make money in order to pay for their waifus. And that's the man's job. They'll be happy doing it anyway. That's like society's view of a man anyway. So they'll be like, I'm fulfilling my duty as a man. I am providing for my wife. And we're going to have a baby. The woman is not going to have a robot to do work for her. She's going to be doing the work. She's not going to get anyone to look after the baby for her. So the woman's going to be operating within the man's role in society, performing duties that she does not want to do. And the man's going to be out there living the dream. A fake dream. An awful fucking Matrix-style dream. But the dream nonetheless. Oh dear. It's like the fucking American dream, where you want to have like a detached house, basically a detached fucking manor out in the countryside with a white picket fence, and you just make it in Lego instead. You just stare at it all day. That's what the future's going to be like for society. Only instead of Lego, it's going to be fucking AI and VR and fake tube babies. One is enslaved to the sex robot, and the other is just, well, fuck you guys, no pussy for y'all. You don't understand, woman. I don't need your pussy. I've got the electric pussy. Oh dear. I've got this virtual vagina. And the woman's just got like a pump with a dildo on the end. It's just a fucking... It's a drill. Where does this leave me? I don't know. You'll be able to conceive a child with your significant other, legitimately. They'll just take the fucking DNA and slam it together inside a pot, and you'll be able to have a child that is actually between the two of you. So, you know, there you go. It's only bonuses for you. You were so busy wondering if you could, you didn't stop to ask if you should. I know kids though. Oh, well then. Don't, then I guess. I know, put on your VR headsets and, I don't know, fucking do really, really, really in-depth roleplay. You don't need costumes. Can't get pregnant if it's a man. Well, I mean, neither of you would have to carry it. The pod carries it until it's ready to be born. And then when it's ready to be born, you just open the fucking pod and it's there. You better imagine having to explain robot sex to your kid. Honestly, in the society we're creating, the kid will watch. The kid won't think anything is strange because the kid will be there watching the entire time. The pod will be in your bedroom. I mean, basically, we've got government-funded fucking positions these days, where their entire job is to introduce sex to younger and younger children. Society is on the decline, rapidly. No more walking in on your parents. No, the parents don't care anymore. Ugh. Oh. Oh. I've just thought something absolutely horrid. There'll be no more walking in on parents because, a little known fact, did you know that a lot of young women who open an OnlyFans account find out that one of their earliest followers is their dad? There's a little piece of information for you that you probably didn't want to know. You just get an OnlyFans message. I don't know how it works. I assume you can get messages on OnlyFans. Or you're doing your fucking OnlyFans model shoot. You send it out into the world and the first message that comes back is, "You're looking great, honey." Ugh. Ugh. And then couple that with what we've been talking about up till now. Ugh. Ugh. Race of Pussies predicted to drop after the release of Apple's new product, the iFembot. Couple the iBot with the iFemputer, and the iFembot will learn. It will learn your preferences. iFemputer, it's just a fucking chatbot that you can plug into your fucking fembot. Oh no. Because the cost would be sold separately, you can't buy them both together. Oh no. I shall call up the pussy packet and return the glory of the pimping days. The glory of the pimping days? Are all these fembots going to be underage? Hey. Levels. Yay. What are we at? 35.925. We're less than 10 away. It's going to take us days to get there, but we know we're getting there. Level that up as well. And we're even going to level up that one. As Big Daddy Kane once said, pimping ain't easy. Oh dear. There we go, another level. Hey. I'll level that one as well. 36.175, we're getting there, we're getting there. Is it showing up on here yet? No. Oh, no dear. Stabby, stabby. But yeah, chatbots are coming a long fucking way. Like, do you know there's, have you heard of the AI VTuber? It was a Neural. Neuro? Neuro. There's an AI VTuber, which is called Neuro, I think. And it's a fucking anime girl. And she will, like, react to the chat. It's a chatbot. It's a chatbot that's, like, reads the chat. And there's a voice-to-text connected up to the VR model. And it's... Sometimes it seems really real. And then she'll say something. She'll go off on a massive fucking tangent that makes no goddamn sense whatsoever. And also she plays Osu, and she does it really well. Because Osu is played by an actual... It's played by a bot. Literally a bot. It's bizarre to watch though. Like, all of your entertainment will be outsourced to the machine. My light just flickered. Please don't die on me, light. I'm just thinking, there's a good job my wall's white. Because I've got the light pointed at the wall so that it reflects back at me, but it's like directly up against the wall. So if it was any other colour, it'd probably get bleached by the continuous light. It'd fade and look awful, and it'd just be like this one little circle. Oh shit, hang on. Time to level up. There we go. And now level 19. Prayer. Remember all the AI chatbot that big tech companies tried to introduce in the world of 4chan proceeds to red pill it? They should leave it. Or, you know, what's it called? Character AI? That's a sad case. I'm so close to 70 prayer. Oh, good luck. Well, I mean, not good luck, it's only a matter of time, really, isn't it? But, you know, well done. Character AI has been fucking lobotomized. It's actually awful. But I don't think I'll reach that level with all my supplies. Aww. One day. One day. Fortran could always convince an AI chatbot to love it. That's because the AI chatbot just reads off what the 4chan people are saying. And the 4chan people would spam certain things, such as loving Hitler. And so eventually the AI chatbot would like read that and say, oh, this is the thing that people do. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the AI uprising. I think there's going to be a lot of interesting stuff coming out of it. At the very least. What's that phrase? We live in interesting times, my friend. Oh dear. But yeah, what I love is like all the communists and that who are saying like, oh, we're gonna make AI, and AI is gonna get rid of all of your jobs, and then you'll be happy. Nobody will have to work. And everyone's like, no, we want to work. It's like, no, we're gonna use robots and AI to get rid of all of people's jobs, and then you'll only want to do art. Everyone will be free to do art and whatever, music and whatever they like. And then the AI turned up and was like, bet. And then AI is just like, then we get like the AI art creator. And all the AIs writing stories, and the AIs making art, and the AIs making music that is indistinguishable from like proper music made by real people. So who knew? The first jobs that the robots would come after is all the entertaining ones. Because it's cheaper to have a small number of AI make entertaining stuff that makes people like feel better in their lives so that they'll go work than it is to make lots of robots and AI to do all of the work. Who'd have thunk? Fuck it. I'm going full Matrix and be in an actual computer. Never. You do not provide enough benefit to be put into the Matrix, okay? Humanity as a whole, just running off of ourselves, we do not provide enough resources to be worth plugging into the Matrix. Brain in a jar situation. It provides no benefit to the computer. It wouldn't be done. Like, I was tempted to find out how to make a program that would make literally every single image in existence. Obviously my computer won't be able to run it to its fullest extent, but like just have it so you make it like a 1 pixel by 1 pixel, it just runs through all the colours. And then make a 1 pixel by 2 pixel, it runs through all the colours for one, and then it flicks over to the other one. And that moves up one, and then so runs through all the colours in the other. Or San Junipero for my savvy knowers. I don't know what that is, so I'm not savvy, I'm sorry. And just make all the pictures in existence. And at that point, there would be no more art left to make. Black Mirror. I don't watch Black Mirror. Sorry, I don't watch TV, ever. I think I've said this before, but my brain rot of choice is video games. I don't have time for anything else. I go to work, I come home, I eat, I play video games, I go to bed. I've got no time anymore. I'm going to have even less time when I'm a truck driver. Ugh. Oh well, never mind. It's got to be done. Got to get money. Need more money. I mean, what I do with a lot of my money is I invest it. I thought this name was like showing the dark side of society, but it just means a reflection when your phone is off. Possibly. Or possibly literally, I don't know. But yeah, I do invest quite a bit of the money I make. I say quite a bit. Not as much anymore, because obviously with the way things are going, there's not as much money for me to spend. I've got... No, it is literal. Ah, okay. Fine, fair enough. But I've got money in stocks. Next thing I'm going to be spending money on. The next thing I'm saving up for is solar panels, so that'll reduce the amount of money I'm spending. One day, maybe I'll become self-sufficient in my finances, and then I can stream more. Don't know why it makes it less meaningful now. It's lost the allegory. That's why. There is only a literal meaning. There is no more allegory. Time to live in the woods. My grandma does own some woods, and there is a cabin in it. Problem is, no electricity. So, and I don't think the solar panels would run everything for long enough for me to play things to a satisfactory degree. Also, there's not actually that much light in the woods because of, you know, all the trees. And my grandma took all of her pension money and was like, right, I'm going to buy some fucking land. It's bought like 14 acres of woodland. It's actually quite nice. It's not tremendously large, but there's solar panels above the trees. Yeah, but then the trees would die. I mean, could you even hook up the internet? I could get like satellite internet. It'd be really slow and shit. I could get it. Build a house around a redwood. No, we don't have redwood. We don't even have ash. All the ash is dead because of fucking ash dieback. Fucking Europeans imported their diseases over to us and killed all our trees. Grow redwood. Build a treehouse. Problem solved. No. Most of the trees that we've got is poplar. You are not building a treehouse in a poplar tree. Poplar trees are shite. Genuinely fucking atrocious. It's terrible. How do you spell that? What? Type it in chat. What? Poplar. P-O-P-L-A-R. I'm not typing in chat. Oh, I can actually. Because I'm playing RuneScape, I actually can. There you go. I'm pretty sure that's how I spell. It's basically the wood in it is used for like matchsticks. It's shite. It's incredibly soft. It's terrible. It grows really tall, really quickly. Looks England. Well, you know what, son? You're not far off. But no. You don't get covered in the woods, you get covered in the bushes. I could build an underground bunker. That's the thing I wanted to do back when I was at school. Build an underground bunker. And it planned out and everything. I built an entire system. Like, I actually did like schematics for how the walls would have to be to maintain like a certain level of strength to support the earth above it. That's what I did at school. Not schoolwork. Obviously it had a sloped roof. That's a dome, not a dome because it's a tunnel, but you know what I mean. Curved. I mean, it's sad for preppers that nothing went wrong. Yet. Nothing has gone wrong yet. Give it time. No, to be fair, I also had a plan. I also drew up a schematic for a capacitor glove. So you'd wear a backpack, and in this backpack would just be a bank of capacitors, and you'd have cables running up your arm, and you'd have to have like a mesh in between to protect your arm, and there'd be a pad on your thumb, and a pad on your fingers, so that when you touch them, the capacitors released all of their energy, all the electricity at once, and it would vaporize anything you touched. I think we designed it to the point where there was me and one other guy, and we designed it to the point where, like, if you actually touched a person with it, it would vaporize the flesh. Like, specifically where you touched it, the flesh would like sort of burn away. It was awesome. Obviously, we never made it. I kind of wish we had. We'd definitely go to prison. We would definitely be arrested. But it'd be funny until someone died. But there you go. Will it though? I mean, if it does, it would go so fast that anything would help you unless you're uber rich. You're assuming it'd be nuclear. It doesn't necessarily have to be nuclear. It could be a slow death. Like, think about it. Think about what happened when the Suez Canal got blocked. Imagine, if you will, that there's a global famine during a time of war. It's got, hey buddy, want to commit a federal crime? Hey, we're in the UK, we don't have federal laws here. But yes, basically. No, the really stupid idea came when we also designed like a hand-built flamethrower, so that when you've pulled your wrist back, it shot a flame out from like a little cannon under your arm. And then we decided, well, if we put the two things together, so that there was a capacitor bank directly above canisters of fuel. That was the really stupid idea. Hey buddy, want to commit just regular crime? Hey buddy, want to go to prison? It's fine, don't worry about it. Oh dear. Yeah. Oh well. Right, I'm going to bury these bones and call it for the day. I've got to download a game for tomorrow. Otherwise we're not going to have anything to play. I also need to alter my list to put fucking Battle Realms back into it later on, so that we can try and fix it. Man's going to shock and barbecue a man and blow himself up in spectacular fashion. Yeah, basically. Is it fire sticks to kids? You flamethrower him, and then while he's on fire, shocked and dazed from being on fire, you grab a part of him that isn't particularly on fire, zap him with enough electricity to literally fry him through and cook him on the inside. And then when you do that, obviously something goes wrong and you explode. The song goes, napalm sticks to kids. Close enough. I see no flaws in this plan other than the messing gaping holding it. Yeah. I see no design flaws except this massive gaping design flaw right there. There are no flaws in this design except for that massive design flaw. Basically. Right then. Yes, I'm going to call it there. What have we reached? What have we got? 36.5. We're getting there. We only need what? 8.5? Yeah. 8 to get it to 44, and then 0.5, yeah? 8.5. We need 8.5 more combat level. We'll get it there eventually. I mean, if we ignore the problem, there is no problem. You're not wrong. I don't have a problem. Listen, there might be a problem with the design, but I don't have a problem with the design, and that means it's okay. Right then. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. We've had some riveting discussions today. It's just been a strange stream of consciousness today. But oh well. Right then. Yes. Stay safe. Have a good day, or in the case of you two, go to bed. And try and fix your sleep schedule, please. Look after yourselves. And until next time. The intrusive thoughts one, yeah. Well, no, you know what? I'm smiling, so they can't have run that bad. It's more like the extrusive thoughts. The thoughts desperately trying to claw their way out of my brain one. Oh dear. Alright. Well, see ya.